Alex Crooke, Fund Manager of the Bankers Investment Trust. So in quarter two of this year, how have global equity markets performed?
Generally in Q2 we've seen a little bit of weakness towards the end of that period into June, which has carried on into July, sort of largely around issues in Greece and the constant sort of trying to get a solution folding through there in Europe. There's a bit of weakness, I think, in European markets, but equally around the world in Asia has been weak. Concerns about China, and so the domestic Chinese market has been very weak. And then in America we've seen probably weakness stemming around worries about whether interest rates are going to rise this year and by how much. So there's been a number of sort of global events, I suppose, causing a little bit of weakness, but on a year's basis most markets are actually in positive territory still. So Bankers Investment Trust has suffered a little bit on those sort of weaknesses, but over a year we're still looking reasonably healthy.
Okay, so any activity in the portfolio that's significant, any asset allocation changes?
Generally we're a small seller of some stocks that we felt had reached their potential, that share prices had got to a very high level and were difficult to see how we'd make more money out of those positions. So we were a small net seller in particularly the Chinese exposures in Q2, also a little bit of selling in some UK stocks as well in that period. So we've decreased what's known as gearing, the amount of borrowed money we've invested in markets. So the trust is now geared to about 1%, and actually we've raised some money with a new long-term loan facility. So we've got cash in the portfolio of equivalent to about 8 or 9%. So we've got a little bit of assets there we can deploy into markets in the future.
Okay, finally, what's your outlook for the coming period?
I think Q3, again, many of the same trends really established. So the issues around interest rate rises in America and the UK will persist into Q3, and we may see some action in America maybe in September. In China, still same challenges with the stock market and growth. In Europe, I would hope to see some better news coming out of Europe. So the Greece talks hopefully conclude, and actually beginning to see some economic activity pick up. But that may be post the summer quiet months. August tends to be, July, August, a quiet period for activity, economic activity and growth in Europe. And then post that holiday season, I would hope to see some activity picking up. So generally, I'm in a sort of cautious stroke patient mood. I'm looking to make some investments into equity markets, but hopefully at these sort of prices or lower prices.
Alex Crooke, thank you.
Thank you.